What is up, guys? Devil Dog Dumbbell back again with another video for you. So in the last video, I discussed MEPS, the Military Entrance Processing Station. So now that you have a little bit of a better understanding of what that is comprised of, we're going to dive into the next topic, which is choosing an MOS. Now, this is extremely important. This is literally your future. So when you choose your job, you need to be 100% sure that this is what you would like to do and you're not getting pressured from anyone else. And I'm not just even talking about your recruiter. I'm talking about your family, your friends. It's what you want to do, not what they want to do. So as always, got my handy dandy notebook and we're going to go over some topics and it helps me stay on track. So let's get started. First thing, what skills do you have right now? Let's say you're good with your hands. Let's say you're maybe even a mechanic in the civilian world. Maybe it'd be a good idea once you decide what branch you would like to join, that maybe you'd like to be a mechanic. Kind of build off of what you already know. Going off of that, what skills would you like to have? So maybe it's something that you don't have right now, but you're looking to acquire a certain skill and the military is able to help you. Another important one that especially the younger ones are going to undermine a little bit is future employment after the military. This one is huge, guys. I cannot emphasize that enough. I know plenty of service members who have gotten out who struggle to find solid employment. And it's not because they weren't good at what they did or that they're irresponsible adults. It's the fact that their military service did not necessarily set them up for success once they got out. So you need to keep in mind, you're doing this job for at least 4 years, right? That's usually the term of your active service or reserve service is a minimum of 4 years and 4 years in the IRR. That's not important right now. I just want to explain it to you. So you're going to be doing this for at least 4 years. You need to enjoy what you're doing. I know there's a lot of people who will be out there who will say, I just want to earn the title Marine, or I just want to be a soldier or an airman, or whatever the case may be. And that's great. And I applaud you for that motivation that you have. However, you need to keep in mind that you need to at least sort of like what you're going to be doing every single day. If you don't, it's going to be a very long contract for you. So again, it has to be something that you want, not something that your recruiter's trying to tell you to do, or that your mom and dad are trying to tell you to do, or that your friends are trying to tell you to do. I'm not saying completely disregard their advice, but at the end of the day, it is your life. You need to do what you would like to do. If you score extremely high on the ASVAB, but your heart wants you to go infantry and you want to be an infantryman, and your recruiter's trying to put you into a technical MOS, although, yeah, you might be well suited for a more technical MOS because obviously you're a pretty intelligent individual. However, if that's not what you want, don't do it. There's plenty of intelligent people in every MOS, including the infantry. I've met a lot of smart infantrymen. So don't let other people dictate what your future is going to be. You get to dictate what your future is going to be. So research your MOS. This is extremely important. At least have a few different MOSs in your head that you'd be interested in doing. I mean, I'm not going to guarantee you that you're going to be able to walk into a recruiting office, score high on the ASVAB, and just pick literally whatever job you would like. So you have a few different options. You can either have a few different ideas in your head of what you would like to do, and if when one of those opens up, you just take it and run with it. Or if you are really stuck on one MOS, do not enlist until that MOS becomes available. So in the military, there's a difference between a calendar year and a fiscal year. A fiscal year is basically when all the funding comes back, okay, which is in October. So if you're enlisting in September and you really want to be, let's just say infantry, okay, and your recruiter, it's September and your recruiter's saying, hey, there's no infantry billets available, but hey, you can be a motor T operator, and that's not what you want to do, wait until the next month. All the MOSs are going to open up again, and the chances of, infantry being there is pretty probable. You're probably going to have a good chance of getting the job that you would like to once the new fiscal year hits. So keep that in mind. Don't just take whatever job's thrown at you and run with it if it's not what you want to do. So to piggyback off of doing research on your job and truly understanding what it is that you're getting yourself into, it's a good idea to talk to current service members who are within the MOS. It's important to get the real down and dirty, because what Google and about.com and military.com, they're going to give you a very brief overview, and that's going to give you some idea of what you're going to be doing. But unless they've been there and done that, they're not really going to be able to give you the detailed response that you're probably looking for. So again, try to talk to military members, maybe even hop on some military forums and try to talk to current service members that are doing it right now. So a big thing with the Marine Corps, especially with younger kids, is they're going to go open contract. Now, what open contract means is that you're going to sign on the dotted line without an MOS, which as you're a little bit older, you're going to understand how silly that really is. Do not sign anything until you have a job lined up for you, because at that point, they already have you. The military's already got you. They're going to throw you whatever it is that they're going to throw you. Don't do it that way. That's usually the type of job you're going to get when you go open contract is typically the less desirable that other people do not want, and that's why they have a vacancy. Now, that's not always the case. I'm just saying I've seen circumstances where that was the case. So again, do not sign on the dotted line until you have an MOS lined up. And when you're signing your contract, make sure that the job that you're going for is the one listed in the contract. I had a good recruiter. I had no issues with that whatsoever. But I've heard of stories of, recruiters that weren't so good at being honest, and you might sign on the dotted line for a job that is not the one that you guys had discussed. So make sure it's your job. Make sure it's what you would like to do. Ensure that this is going to set you up for success once you're out of the military. And the last thing, again, it's your life. It's nobody else's. Make sure it's what you want to do, not what other people want you to do. But anyway, guys, that's all I've got. I know it's a pretty short video, but I just want to hit the high points of choosing a job or an MOS, a military occupational specialty, and why it's so important. Please be sure to subscribe. Check out my Instagram. It's more health and fitness based. So if you're looking to get in shape for boot camp, or you just want to get a good lifting routine, check out my channel, check out my Instagram. I'm pretty sure you'll really enjoy it. But have a good one, guys. More good stuff coming soon.